What's up guys, it is Chris back with another watch video, and today I am very happy to bring you the Christopher Ward Sapphire dial collection. So today I'm actually going to show you the orange dial. I have another one of them on my wrist, but I have all three in for review, and I'm going to be doing a video where I'm comparing all three Sapphire dials, the orange, the black or smoke, and then the blue, which was the original. So today I'm going to show you the orange dial. This is their latest version of the Sapphire dial collection. And it comes in the exact same eco-friendly packaging. It's bamboo and leatherette, I believe. Inside you get the exact same warranty, the 60/60 guarantee. Again, not a lot of micro brands offer a guarantee this good. Which is pretty telling that this is not technically a micro brand anymore. It's really like an independent brand, maybe a micro independent brand. I use that term pretty often on my channel. Here's the watch, and just throw this all aside. So it's really beautiful packaging, and I learned actually recently that it doesn't matter if you're buying a $500 watch from Christopher Ward or a $5,000 watch, you get the same packaging. The packaging is really nice on their watches, and I actually purchased my first watch from Christopher Ward myself. They did not give me any discounts, and I'll be receiving that hopefully soon. It's the dive timer, and I am super excited about it. So here it is. This is the orange dial version of the Christopher Ward C60 Sapphire 600 meter dive watch. And I have to say, I wasn't too crazy about the orange. I didn't think it would be my favorite, but this is my favorite out of all three of them. I really love the black dial as well. I think that one is pretty incredible, but this is awesome. It gets a very familiar bracelet from Christopher Ward. I haven't even taken off the plastic on this one. It is a brand new watch. You do get the micro adjust here, which is amazing. It is very, very smooth, works very, very easy on here. This is an oyster-esque style bracelet. You get the brushed buckle here with the deeply engraved Christopher Ward logo that's right there. Feels very nice and looks really good. The back of the watch is awesome as well because you can see the Sellita SW200. However, it does get an orange piece of glass as well. It's a clear piece of sapphire that's actually backed with an orange piece of plastic, I guess, see-through plastic. They call it something else, but I'm sure that's probably what it is. Just giving it the tint of that color, that orange. And this is like a blood orange color. You can see you get a screwed-in case back. This is 600 meters of water resistance, and it's about 13 millimeters thick. And we'll just do a really quick thickness right there. 13.5, that's including the sapphire crystal, which is raised. If you don't include that sapphire crystal, it's probably around 13 exactly. I can't get a very good, 13 exactly is what I get. So it does wear actually thin for a 600 meter dive watch. That's pretty awesome. And then the actual diameter of the watch is a true 40 millimeters. It's like 39.9 millimeters, 40 millimeters exactly on my calipers. And then the lug to lug, including the actual male end links, is about 50.7 millimeters. On a strap that is much smaller, it's around 47 millimeters. And then you get a very nice big crown. I really love the crowns that they put on these watches. 7 millimeters, just about 6.9. But it's not the width of the crown. It's actually how big the crown in general is. It actually sticks out a lot. It actually sticks out further than most crowns that I see on the channel, which I like. And then you also get these crown guards. So just a beautiful overall construction. So the dial itself is the same as the back sapphire crystal. It's a clear piece of sapphire crystal with an orange backing, and that's what gives it that orange tone. And it's sort of like a blood orange, as I said. It's almost reddish orange. I really do like it. And there's obviously dark elements because you have a color matched, well, not really a color match, you have a dark date wheel, so that goes around. It gives a little bit of a darker element going around that hour-minute track. And then there is an hour track, there is a minute track. That minute track, I believe, is Lume. We're going to do a Lume shot, and then, of course, you get Lume on those hands and indices. You can actually see some screws that are actually holding in the dial on either side. Looks really cool. Applied indices, filled with Lume. Obviously, Christopher Ward do a really good job with Lume. I think the only Christopher Ward that I ever had on the channel that did not have good Lume was the C65 chronograph. And that still wasn't terrible, it just wasn't great. Usually anything that has anything to do with the water like this, with some serious depth rating, like 600 meters, will have very good Lume. So I'm sure very good Lume on this. And then you have a little minute track here. I believe part of the minute track on the bezel is lumed. I don't believe the entire bezel is lumed. All of them get a stainless steel bezel insert. So there are no other inserts that they put in these Sapphire dials. I would have liked to see that. I don't know if it would look weird, but I think that would probably look cool. Maybe I'm wrong. And then of course it's signed Christopher Ward there at the 9 o'clock. Again, controversial. And then you have that counterbalance. Just says automatic 600 meters on the dial there above the 6 o'clock. As I mentioned, you get a date there at the 3 o'clock, and then it has a little bit of a window around it. That sort of is a blackish gray background on it. Big signed crown. The crown is signed very nicely and deeply. The light catcher case, what more can I say about it? It's just an incredible case. One of the best finished cases for any micro brand out there. And I get a lot of micro brands here on the channel. You have brushing and polishing, but the transitions are super crisp and they are complicated too. They're not simple transitions. It looks great. Christopher Ward make a fantastic product. I think they are one of the best, if not the best, micro brand or micro independent brand out there. And obviously you could see it in this watch. It's a 600 meter dive watch with a 13 millimeter thickness. These go for around $1,000, depending on if you want it in a strap or a bracelet. It's a little bit more than $1,000. It's just under $1,000 if you're getting it on a strap. But definitely worth that money because you're getting so much for your money. So very quickly, I'm going to throw it on my wrist. Before I do, I'm going to show you what I have on. Today, I have on the blue version of the C60 Sapphire Trident 600 meter dive watch. This is the blue dial version. It's basically the exact same watch, except it has a blue sapphire tint or a tinted blue sapphire with that backing that is in blue color. This is very, very interesting because in some light, it's almost like a very dark blue. And then in other lights, especially direct light, it looks like a light blue. And these look a little bit more blingy than they actually would lead you to believe. I haven't sized this watch for my 7.5 inch wrist, but you can see as the other watch wears, that lug to lug does not bother you at all. That 50.7 millimeters or whatever it was. If you have a 7.5 inch wrist, this could be worn down to probably a 6.5 inch wrist without that being an issue. But I think that if you want it on a strap, these straps are pretty awesome as well. I really enjoy these watches, and the bezel action is awesome as well. Let's listen to that. Very good bezel action. Overall, I really love these watches, and I think that they are definitely winners. But I'm going to be wearing them and continue to wear them over the next few weeks. I'm going to be doing a comparison with all three of the watches just to take a look at all the dials together. And it'll be like a full review on the Sapphire because I have been wearing them. I'll be wearing them on and off, but I'll be wearing all three colors. I'll be posting them on my Instagram. If you guys want to see that, definitely follow me on Instagram. So really quickly, let's do a Lume shot. As I said, Christopher Ward usually do a really good job on Lume. So let's check out the Lume. Okay, so here it is, the Lume, obviously very good here. I thought there was some Lume on the actual bezel portion right over here, sort of that 15-minute area. However, I guess there is not. I thought there was, maybe there is on one of the other versions. I'll double check that. Obviously, we're gonna do a comparison of all three of these dials. But you have very good Lume on Christopher Ward's, especially their dive watches. This looks really good. You have Lume on the hands, the indices, and then you have a pip right there. Just bright Lume, very thickly applied on those hands and indices, and it lasts very long. They usually do very well in Lume comparisons. When I have a Lume comparison, usually they hang on very long and look really good. Anyway, Great watches, and I really do love what Christopher Ward are doing. There's really no other micro brand, or maybe even a micro independent brand out there that really just have such a prolific catalog of watches. They have vintage dive style watches. They have regular dive style watches, like modern dive style watches. They have dress watches, all different types of sport watches. I wonder if they'll come out with something like an integrated bracelet sport watch. That's the only thing they really haven't come out with yet. I don't know. Maybe they will. Anyway, really love these watches. And as I said, this is on loan. This has to go back. All three have to go back. But I did buy my first Christopher Ward, and I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait for that to come, and it should be here any day. So that will be pretty exciting to get. Anyway, tell me what you think of Christopher Ward. Tell me what you think of this watch, or all three of these watches in the comments below, the Sapphire dial watches. Tell me what you think of them in the comments below. I really want to hear from you guys. Please also don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It is super helpful for the channel, and I very much appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is WatchChrisBlog. I have some links in the description. Those links are to Amazon. If you click those links and buy anything, it helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra. However, I very much appreciate it. Anyway, thank you for logging on. I'll catch you guys in